Okay, I think we're back, but if you're in chat, please do confirm that we're back. I don't know what exactly happened there. It'll probably take a few seconds at least for that. Okay, good. And I am reloading Fantasy Grounds Unity. So we should be able to get going again pretty quick. Gail, I see you. I noticed that a lot of the things that I changed about my setup have gone back. So some of my Streamlabs setup stuff changed, or changed back. Yeah, it's super fun. Okay. I think we're all right. If you are in chat and you are not like one of us, please say hello. I see that Gail is here, but I would love to be absolutely sure that we're actually broadcasting. That said, let's go ahead and try to get back to where we were. Where we last left off, Calder just said, is there a use for this? And he pulled out the flawed sword that the Grey Dwarves were working on back in the first time you came through the Forge of Fury. So Durgadin will sort of dim all of the lights for a moment as he thinks. And he says, yes, actually I do. That piece could mean that I don't have to leave Andoril after all, not at this time. It is possible I will be able to, shall we say, secure the forge, and then, with that, return my consciousness to a weapon so that I can continue to help Kretha. Yes, maybe, perhaps. I'm still learning. Yes. Fair enough. Okay, we got the board up and running as well. Good. So once everyone is made aware of the potential that something is happening on the other side of the door, I need active perception checks from everybody. Oh, there we go. Because things got switched up when the camera went out. Yeah, all good. And I'm also resharing. Technical difficulties are absolutely the best. It's not good. Does he fold his arms over his chest? Like Wednesday Addams? Okay, so once again, active perception checks from everybody now that you are awake and know what to listen for. Yes. No, I'll give it to you. Yeah, I'll have your bardic friend do it as well. He didn't get a great number. Hold on. There we go. Oof. Oof again. That's much better. To know about what? Yes, absolutely. It's not low. Um, are you looking for anything in particular? Gotcha. So you know they are not a big fan of bright light. You know that they have the ability to go invisible and that they have the ability to grow larger. And you know that if they have set their sights on this place as a thing they're going to work on, they have to be very, very strongly told that it's only going to mean their destruction, or else they're going to keep coming for it. Iron golems are not going to stop them. For a moment, yes. So Thomas is going to come forward. He'll jump over the river. I'm not going to make him. I'm not going to make him roll for that. And he'll say, "These old ears don't quite hear like they used to. Can anyone pick up what they're saying?" Calder, you can in a moment, but Calder, you do pick up enough. You pick up several words and phrases, like a small conversation between a couple of folks, but unless you happen to speak Undercommon. Thomas looks to you and says, "Is there no way you can let me hear what you just heard?" So yes, you're able to utilize your cantrip. You make an illusion of exactly, more or less, what you just heard. And Thomas thinks for a moment, and he says, "Well, I have bad news and worse news, and some good news. The bad news is they're definitely here for the golems. The worst news is they brought rust monsters." It's exactly what I would use if I wanted to kill a pair of iron golems. It's ingenious, really. No, no, yes, adamantine should be immune. I don't know of an adamantine monster, but anything that's ferrous, and he looks over at the iron golem, says, would be fair game. The good news is, like Durgadin said, they're not making any mention, at least in the moments that you told me, or that you just showed me. They don't seem to be preparing for a fight with us. They seem to only be preparing for a fight with the golems. They open inward and are currently being blocked by a pair of iron golems. Go ahead and give me another perception check now that you are up close. Yes, I think Arcana will do for that. Okay. Well, I'm going to start with echo. So with a 14 on perception, you hear what sounds like animals shuffling around, probably somewhere between 10 and 20 feet away from the door. There's definitely something like right on the other side. Um, and uh, and there's still the faint noise of people talking. And with a 14, there's a fair number of folks over there. Like, you don't have a guess on how many, but there's a fair number of folks over there. They clearly brought force to take this place. Calder, with a 13, you were looking for anything on rust monsters. I will say that with a 13, no, you don't know anything other than what you've already just said. They're monsters, they eat metal, they are the bane of adventurers everywhere, because anyone with a steel sword is likely to lose it swinging it at the rust monsters. That's one thing that you get, is you don't want to attack it with anything made of iron. Very well. I think I can make the golems leave this room. Their original intent was to stay here. I may be able to have them go out with you, but I'm not certain at this time. They move to the sides. Oh man, do we need to go to initiative immediately? The room is crowded. Not crowded, but there's like you open the door, the first thing you see, and I'll get to you in just a second, the first thing you see is a gray dwarf with a long wooden pole, and attached to the end of that pole are 4 like ropes that lead down to leather collars around 4 what look like beetles with long tails. I'll pull up a picture of a rust monster really quick. Em, what did you have? Yes. What do you got? Nice. So as long as Vic is concentrating on that, everybody has disadvantage on attacks against Echo. Double check that. Ooh, hiss. Do you have another buff you can send? Do you have another buff you can send? Okay, so you open the door, and the first thing you're immediately confronted with is these rust monsters that are being held on a pole on a leash, well away from the Duergar. However, again, before I reveal everything, I also want to note that the Duergar's armor looks like shit. It looks like these things have definitely gotten some nips off on the Duergar's armor. And in fact, every Duergar that you see in the room has pits and rust. Are you ready for this? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. And the moment the Duergar Warlord 1 notices that you're there, because it seems like you might be trying to be sneaky, but they were like watching the door. Gotcha. Okay. Okay. No, you can take something to say before it's time. Yeah. Hmm.